Okay. You got Aries. Aries came out as well the other day. Because we are in Aries, we're in April. And we've got Leo. Leo the Lion, another fire energy. We've got Sagittarius. Now, I've just shuffled these. You've got a lot of power, fire energy. You've got a lot of passion that's going on right now in this reading. You've got Mercury communication. You've got Uranus. And you've also got Capricorn, which is the earth sign. Okay. So Aries is very much... Aries is sensual in their own... All fire signs are very sensual in their own way. And Aries love sensation. They love to be admired. They love... All fire signs love to be admired for their sensuality. Whatever Aries, Leo or Sagittarius, whatever they put their passionate to is to create. This fire energy also goes with Pan energy, because Pan energy is very passionate, very fiery, and it represents the phallic, which is the masculine energy. Okay. Capricorn again is also devil energy, which is Pan energy, but very earthy, very grounded. It's all about fertility. It's all about death and rebirth. It's all about the cycles of life. It represents the seasons of life, the seasons of change. Mercury represents communication of... I think Mercury also represents air anyway. Mercury represents the earth and the divine, communicating between two worlds. I can't remember the... who was the goddess? The god between earth and the divine, communicating between both worlds. Can't think right now. And strangely enough, I've actually got out my old tarot cards, which is all to do with mythology. So Mercury, who was that? I think Mercury is also Gemini. But I can't think of the god, the goddess, the god of the messenger. It was the messenger, the communication between earth and the divine, the physical and the spiritual. This really goes to the kind of the same energy of the reading that I did the other day, where it was to do this sense, lust and love, the physical and the spiritual that I'm picking up. So it feels as if this passionate energy is swirling around, creating something extremely powerful that's happening within you, stirring. You may work with, I think I did get the fire dragon in the last reading, or the reading before. It was all to do with fire, energy, passion, lust. But it's also to do with being connected in with the divine. It's seeing both dualities, because you're the alchemist. You're the shaman. You're the goddess. You've been through the dark night of the soul. Okay, I'm just going to put this on pause and just so I can open up the door. Okay. I had to go and get a glass of water as well. I just felt hot. Okay, so that's the overall energy of this reading now. Of what's happening. It feels very fire energy, very passionate in whatever it is that you are putting your mind to, whatever you are being led to. You're being led towards whatever you feel passionate to. You've got the 9 of Wands here. It brings in persistence and courage, resilience. It's your test of faith and boundaries. It's the Aries, Leo and Sagittarius card. Okay, it's about boundaries. What is your boundaries in this conquest this change, this new beginning, this fire, passionate energy that you've got, that's stirring within you. What are you being led to? You're being led to by the Two of Swords. You're being led to from a difficult decision. It was very much like that standing at the crossroads. But the post was 2 posts and both posts was only pointing one way. There ain't no rights or wrongs anyway, but it's just a decision had got you there. A difficult decision got you there where you're weighing out the pros and cons. Okay, if I go left, what will happen, or what you think might happen, and if I go right, what will happen? Either way, there ain't no rights or wrong. There's still going to be a lesson learned anyway. But the divine is pointing you towards a particular direction. Okay? So it's the divine is asking you to think before you actually make that final decision. Whatever that decision is, what you are, whatever is coming to you. Because it feels like a very fast-paced, passionate decision that's coming in for you to. Oh, my nose itchy again. Oh, I need to stop burning joss sticks. Okay, it's divine love. It's you're moving towards this blissful unity of prosperity. It feels as if fulfillment and dreams coming true for you. But you're worried in case you're making the wrong decision. You're worried about it. I really feel that you need to trust. You need to trust your intuition and just don't think. Just do it. What is this direction? Okay, this direction, again, it's Aries, Leo and Sagittarius energy. It's all to do with the direction you're moving to. Can feel that it's very competitive. It could feel that there's a lot of conflict. There's a lot of conflict. It could be an inner conflict or conflict around you as you're making this decision into the direction that you're being drawn towards. Okay, but it feels that's a bit of a clash of ego that's going on right now. It could be with you or somebody that is around you, but a transition is taking place and you are moving towards change. You're being led by the divine to make this change. You're leaving behind and releasing any baggages from the past. Because the past was about your Ten of Swords, which was the most traumatic experience that you could have possibly experienced. It's so painful that you had to go through. It really cut down deep and absolutely devastated you with the past experience. It left you extremely wounded. It could be a physical wound, spiritual, emotional wound. You was wounded on all levels when you get the Ten of Swords, believe you me. Crucified on all levels. Total betrayal that you've experienced. And because you experienced that Ten of Swords, you made a decision to move forward. But by moving forward after this conflict, this devastating betrayal that happened to you, it's also bringing in, it feels it's bringing in conflict. A conflict because you are making a decision to move away from the Ten of Swords and the Six of Swords. You're moving away from it. You're moving away because you're needing to find some form of foundation, something that is something that's going to bring you stability. It's going to bring you growth. It's going to bring you a better investment. I feel that where you was at, it was the ultimate betrayal. I feel that this is why that Goddess card came up. I feel that through that ultimate betrayal, you stepped into the goddess energy. And I did mention in my reading, I work with energy, and so the energy will still stay there with me, but it veers into another. It's like a spider's web in a roundabout way. Or a root of a oak tree, and it still veers into something else. So I think, if I remember rightly, it was about stepping into something new, but it was also about what was I going to say there? So I'm going off on a tangent right now. So it was 3 Pacific readings that I did last time. One of them was after the ultimate betrayal. The other reading was about lust and love. And the last reading was about that you didn't trust why didn't you trust your intuition, but now you are. And all them 3 readings corresponds with this reading, I feel. It corresponds with it, because I work with energy. And so it feels as if you're after the ultimate betrayal of the Ten of Swords, the Six of Swords, well, the Ten of Swords, and then transition. You transitioned to move on and made those changes. But by moving on and making them changes, it was still conflict. There was a lot of conflict around you. It feels as if the energy I'm picking up after the Ten of Swords, it feels as if not only from the conflict of the Ten of Swords and everybody who stabbed you in the back, okay, it feels as if it followed you. It followed you with every choice that you made, every direction you tried to move towards. It feels as if, it feels like this spiritual gang warfare, but it's a spiritual war that we're in anyway, with the divine. And the devil energy, and I did mention before, new levels, new devils. This is a new level, so you're going to get new devils, and these new devils is a conflict around within people that's around you in this present moment. And it could be just conflict that's out of your, it's not even about you, but it can affect you in some way, because it affects people that you care about, people that you love. This is why you are the alchemist. It's about using your discernment as you're moving forward into the direction that you're being led towards, where you're going to form your own stability after your Ten of Swords. But at the moment, you're still going through the battle of you're still going through the battle of conflict, disagreements, and tension. But you've got to start to see something from a different perspective with this, because you are the alchemist to use your discernment, because it's not about you, it's not even about them, it's about, it feels like a lower vibe energy, because the new levels, new devils trying to hold you back into the old world, the old way of doing things, the old way of seeing things. I did say at the very beginning that you're not here to keep people comfortable, in their comfort zone. You're here to disturb it by being truthful, being honest. So don't take on their energy, even though it's affecting you, but don't take it on personally. It's that new level, new devils. They're trying, it's a low vibe density energy that the demon spirits work through them anyway with hate, jealousy, envy. This is what happens on this journey. The more that you expose the evilness that goes on in the world, evilness can also work through even our own loved ones to stop us from moving forward, stop us from just speaking the truth. And you did have the card of the truth that came out. So the divine is asking you to see it from a different point of view, see it from a different perspective, because you have the ability to do that. And it will help you to surrender to it. Use your discernment, surrender to it, and let it go, because it doesn't concern you. It can affect you, but it doesn't concern you. It's not yours to hold on to, okay? It's about, divine is giving you a deeper insight to it, because you are the alchemist, or you're coming into the energies of the alchemist. Okay. The Five of Swords, and with the Five of Swords, I'm really picking up the energy of that, the Truth Seeker. You know, the Truth Seeker of, I can't remember what that card was now, where it was to do, I should have left it out, where it was to do with where I said the bitch or the witch. It's like you're not going to mince your words anymore. You're not here to make people feel comfortable. You're here to bring the uncomfortableness, to seek the truth, to speak the truth. And so you're facing the Five of Swords, because you've dealt with the Ten of Swords and you've also dealt with the Six of Swords. So the Five of Swords are nothing compared to the Ten of Swords. Okay, so you had a double dose of it. So by having just half of it, okay, I can deal with this because I've had the Ten of Swords. So okay, let me deal with this bit of conflict that's happening right now around me. You let me deal with these little bitches that's around me. Let me deal with what's going on at work. Let me deal with what's going on in my community. You know, it's like it's a nothing. It's a nothing, because you've dealt with it. You've dealt with the Ten of Swords. You're going to face it. You understand the bullies. You understand. You will understand abuse, mental abuse, emotional abuse, physical abuse. You've seen it, you felt it, you've experienced it. So, you know what's going to come your way. It's like a water off duck's back, because you are the Queen of Wands. It's all about courage and confidence, independence. That's what you are fighting for. That's what you're moving towards. It's about the zest in life. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It's very fiery energy. It reminds me of the dragon energy in one of my readings, where I said it was the second chakra. The second chakra, it's even lust, where we add pan. In this reading, it could be lust, physical lust, which is fine. Or it's the divine energy, which is love, unconditional love of self, but understanding both polarities. And you've got to understand both polarities to become the alchemist. You can't just become the alchemist. You've got to understand all polarity on both aspects, all aspects. And that's the energy that I'm picking up. So you're facing it. You're facing even the Five of Cups. So you've got the Five of Swords and the Five of Cups on either side of the Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands, fire sign, you don't have to be the actual fire sign. It could be your even your rising sign, but it's the energy that I work with. So the energy of this passionate energy, you've got 5 on both sides of the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands will represent independence. And she will represent courage, and she will represent confidence. She will seem very strong and powerful, just like the Lion King. Very courageous, very forthright. Can also be feared because of your fear, because of your energy that you hold. You're very confident with who you are. Nothing can faze you. You're not in a competition with anybody. If anybody wants to be in a competition with you, that's up to you. You may also have a cat. Cat can be very, very prominent, very connected deeper at this particular time because something very cosmically is happening, and so our animals are acting quite strange towards us. I know my cats are acting strange towards me in a really strange, loving way, as if even my spirit family has come into my animals, and they kind of like look at you differently, and it's really strange. I'm even starting to think if my cat has got my ex-husband in it. Oh, this is really weird. It's just something that you intuitively are picking up on something, and it's just the way it is. The cat is. It's acting really kind of like my cat is kind of eyeballing me, but like constantly trying to just sit really close to me and want to cuddle me, and it's really strange. I don't even know why I'm saying that, but maybe that you're feeling that with your own animals, that kind of like you're feeling something like human-like with your animals. Now, if you're looking at your animals and they seem to be acting slightly different, and if you're thinking about a family member in spirit, just trust that, just trust it, because in the moment, that can possibly happen. You know, our spirit family can just for a moment, brief moments, to step into the soul of an animal, and just to feel that connection again and bring protection for you. Okay, but cats can and will bring in protection of negative energy, because once you've gone through the 10 of swords, 6 of swords and the 5 of swords, the cat energy, all animals will protect you. Dogs are very loyal to you, but cats are very mysterious, and they will protect you from any negative energies that surround you, especially at night time, because that's when cats work at their most potent. Is it potent? Is that the right word? They can see very clearly in the dark, and it's around night time when also darker entities can appear. Also protect your energies and protect your dream state. I mentioned that in my last reading as well. Protecting your dream state. Ask Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron to protect your dream, and visualise filling your bedroom in golden white light, and one great big golden white bubble of light in your bedroom. And ask Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron to return all negative energy, all evil spells, all curses, all evil eyes back to the senders, and watch them all fall. Just like the 5 of Cups, just watch them all fall. Because it will happen, believe you me, because you're protected by the divine. You're the alchemist. Okay, so the 5 of Cups is also to do with releasing. You're moving forward, you're releasing the sorrows of the past. You're releasing the loss. You're releasing also bereavement of the past. You are forgiving yourself through the experience, because it was experience that you was drawn towards, because that's where you was at. But it gave you a massive shift and a massive insight to your next phase, your next step. Okay, you've got the 2 of Swords here, and the 2 of Swords is about making that decision. 2 of Swords also reminds me again of standing at a crossroads. You may feel that you're at stalemate, but you're not. You're not. You're moving towards what you're meant to be moving towards. And I did say in one of my readings, it's about trust. Trust in the divine. They've always been with you. Always. Never left your side. Never. Your spirit guide, your spirit family, your family members in spirit, always been around you. Your ascendant master's always been around you. Archangels, always been around you. God, Jesus, however you want to see, whatever you want to see of the divine. You ask for assistance and they come in. You soften the armour. What once protected you may now be holding you back. Let your heart breathe without defence. It's letting go of the past. And that's what that crossroads is. It's like standing at the crossroads and fearing of making a wrong decision. But the divine is pointing to the direction that you're meant to be going into. Trust your intuition. Because that's what all this is about, is trusting your intuition. Because it's time for you to reap in what you have sowed. If you truly and honestly believe and know that these 10 of Swords that happened to you and the 6 of Swords, what happened to you didn't crucify you. It didn't break you. It made you. It broke you open. It awakened you. It awakened you to the false reality, the illusion. And it feels to me that through that 10 of Swords, even though you can look at it as a bereavement, as a loss, yes, it is a loss because the old you is now gone. The new you is forming itself. You're coming into the new beginning. And at the moment, it feels as if you haven't seen the 2 cups. That's behind you, still standing. You're still looking at the 3 of cups. It might be 3 main specific people in your life that absolutely devastated you, that hurt you. It could be 3 siblings. It could be 3 relationships. It could be... just 3 specific situations that devastated you. It could be 3 tower moments. And each tower moment brought an insight. It brought a part of healing to you. Because I'll remind you again, you're coming in as the alchemist, the shaman, the goddess. You do not become any of those without doing the work. You don't. You can't just be it. You have to work for it. Because you just cannot at all think that the divine don't notice. They do notice, of course they do. And the divine will never point you into the right direction if you haven't done the work to require it, to need it, to be guided towards the next level. Step into your divine timing. What's meant for you won't pass you by. Trust the delays. They're aligning your path. So even if you think it's taking it slow, there's no time. There's no time in spirit at all. Only we created time. It's timeless. So if you have to take some time there just to recover from the past 10 of Swords, if it's just going to take time there, that's okay. And that could be your crossroads. It could be that. But it will happen when it's meant to happen in divine timing. That something within you will just move you. Because there's a lot of fire energy that will just move you into the direction that you're meant to be moving into. Okay? Kindness, because that's who you are. Kindness creates change. Every act of kindness shifts something, somewhere. Be the reason someone feels hope again. Through your 10 of Swords, you've understood how evil people can be. How evil people can kick you down when you're already down. It's the energy I'm picking up is like a gang. And I feel that when people, it's like those Chinese whispers, isn't it, of lies and more lies until the point of they're in total fucking confusion. They ain't got a clue what they're talking about anyway. And it feels as if, you know, they've absolutely knocked you down through lies. And it feels like the envy and jealousy, because they fear your kindness, they fear your light, they fear your light. Okay, you could also work with elderly people. You're a carer, you're a support worker. You have empathy, you have compassion, because you've been so hurt by unkind people, not nice people, selfish people. And you don't work that way. And because you don't work that way, people have always been envious and jealous of that. You will put yourself out to care for somebody. You'll never see anybody struggle. Very kind and generous. You love without self-abandonment. Real love doesn't ask you to disappear. Stay present, stay whole, and still be loved. You love unconditionally because you're starting to love yourself. You don't love for a condition. You don't love to receive something back. You give because you want to give. You love because you want to love, because you are love. You enjoy your moment. You appreciate what you have, even if you haven't got much. I said this at the very beginning. I haven't got much. You know, I'm not wealthy. I rob pizza to pay poor. That's my life. That's my life story. But I really appreciate what I have got. I've had losses. I've lost homes. I've been homeless because of bad choices in relationships. I've had to start again. But whenever I create, I've created it out of nothing. You know, I'm not a wealthy person whatsoever, at all. And this is the divine. The divine will constantly help you. Constantly. You know, somebody will just randomly appear and offer you a piece of furniture. Oh yeah, I could do with that. That's great. Or maybe a bit of work, or whatever it might be. Because that's the way the universe works. Because when you give, God watches everything and sees. See those people in the background just watching? Because they couldn't do it. But you can. Some people really don't know how to give. I'd rather just stand around and watch somebody struggle and be happy that they're struggling. It's, you know, people just love to kick you down when you're down. And like I said, new levels, new devils. And you're the alchemist, you can see it. You're stepping beyond your own comfort zone. Growth only happens outside the comfort zone. Embrace the discomfort as a sign of progress. You're not here to make anybody comfortable. You're here to make people feel uncomfortable with your truth. And you are starting to choose wisely. Look at this, look again at the crossroads. The choice has already been made now. You're stepping into that divine timing. It will happen when it's meant to happen. And you are going to choose wisely. Every choice matters. Choose with intention, and your future will align with your soul purpose. Untangle emotional dependency. When love feels like survival, it's not love, it's fear. You're safe without attachment. You give because you want to give. You give without any condition whatsoever. If anybody gives with a condition, then they're not really giving, are they? Embracing your own shadow, you've done deep, deep soul healing after the Ten of Swords. You are embracing your shadow. The shadow holds the truth that you need. Embrace it, integrate it, and use it to transform your life. Because you've recognized that love without self-abandonment. Real love doesn't ask you to disappear. Stay present, stay whole, and still be love. See the karmic reflection. Every person that you meet reflects something within yourself. Learn from what that mirror was reflected back. to you, because you've done the shadow work after the Ten of Swords. You can't get no worse than the Ten of Swords. There's only one way to go there, because once you're down, there's only one way, which is up. And you can only go up once you actually see what you fell into. It's like falling into that bliss of darkness, the abyss of darkness. Okay, so it taught you a lot about you. And like I said, I keep repeating it, you are the alchemist. And you're not here to please anybody anymore. You're here to bring uncomfortableness, because you're the truth seeker. You are the truth seeker. Somebody from your past who played a part in the Ten of Swords is seeing you, seeing your power, seeing your where you're moving to. They wish that they could take back the words that they said to you. They wish they could take it back now. They know they can't hide from it. They're starting, because like I said, you're not people that wants to stay in their comfort zone. You're not even letting that, because you're speaking the truth. You're telling the truth. How it really is, how it really was. Who did what really happened. You're speaking the truth. And people's going to be out of their comfort zone. You ain't bothered. Because my life is not as together as it seems. The other one is, I left you before you could leave me. This is all to do with the past. I wish I had treated you better. I know I was distracted from your pain. You and I were too young. I wish things could have been different. I am grateful for the spiritual lesson. It was my fault, but I blamed you. Okay, so what I'm picking up from there, it's like it has to be a two-way. If it's to do with any kind of relationship, it's not always a one-way. It always takes two. It takes two to have an argument. It only takes one to walk away. You've gone through your shadow work. You've seen your part, what part you played for you to move forward. The other person in question is looking now, is starting to see, starting to question, starting to see what part they played in the Ten of Swords. Okay, let's give, have I got it here? Let's just go here then. Before I finish. So, what message for you? Okay. Instead of filling yourself up with busy work and things to do, create more sacred space in your schedule, in your home, your mind, your lungs, and in your heart. Take time to just be. Do a clutter detox of your schedule and home and innermost self. Make space, clarity will come. So the clarity, once you start to declutter, decluttering your home actually helps you to declutter the mind. Once you start decluttering the home, decluttering your mind will give you the chance then to see where you're moving to. Because I feel that crossroads. Yeah, you're fearing not trusting your intuition, but you're not realising your intuition has always been right. It's always been right. I feel like I need to correct that. Okay. Before you stepped into the shadow self, it was distorted, your intuition, because you was working from a distorted point of view, because you hadn't accessed the shadow self. But because of the Ten of Swords, you was forced into the shadow self, and now you have seen all of your flaws, what part you played. You've understood the lesson, you've understood the game. So now the intuition has become clearer. Now you are intuitively gaining clarity from it. Okay, you're gaining clarity from it, and so your intuition becomes more clearer for you to trust it. What would happen if you added more play and laughter into your life? What areas lacking right now? Take time to play. Let go of any need to produce anything. Okay? It's like stepping back into innocence, stepping back into that childlike mind, and enjoy your moment, enjoy your day. Just go with the flow of it and enjoy it. And what will happen when it's meant to happen, all in divine timing. So I'll let this go, and thank you so much for being here, and thank you for all your likes, your comments, and also subscribing. Thank you, absolutely do appreciate it. It's great, it's absolutely great for you to support me, so thank you so much, and I will see you on the next one. So God bless.